The main ethos of these projects is learning by doing, so hopefully you'll all go away from here on Friday having tried something new, maybe removing yourself out of your comfort zone for a couple of days, tried something that's a little bit different and hopefully, no, definitely very enjoyable. But we all want to learn from each other, that's the main thing, sharing ideas, practices and skills. The project is called Falesaf, which is fostering adult learner empowerment through storytelling and folklore. So over the next 18 months, people from all of our countries, which is England, Ireland, Germany, Bulgaria and Iceland, we will come together to create a storytelling project. The ultimate aim is to help older people reconnect with younger people through storytelling, music, traditional folk tales and that sort of thing.
One arm of the signpost pointed in this direction and one arm of the signpost pointed in that direction. And can you guess which way he went? Which just turned out to be the wrong way. Because the small, shaly path that Jack was walking on grew steeper and steeper and steeper. And before too long, Jack wasn't walking along a shaly path, he was climbing up the side of a mountain. Well, hand over hand, foot over foot for what felt like a day, a week, a month, a year, until eventually Jack pulled himself up to the top of that mountain, and he was so high that the clouds had come down around his ears and he couldn't see which way he was going. And do you know what he cried as he fell from that mountain? Help! Luckily, from behind a cloud, there swooped a very beautiful, very magical and very large golden eagle. And it saw Jack tumbling down towards the ground, and it swooped down and it picked him up on his back. And it said, "Hello, Jack, what are you doing here?" Jack said, "Well, I'm just going into town to get a piece of fish for my mum's supper when I fell off that mountain and I landed on your back. What are you doing?" The eagle said, "Well, I'm flying down into the market, Jack, and I can take you there, but first I thought I'd fly around the sun. Do you want to come with me?" And Jack said, "Well, I've got nothing better to do. Why not?" And on the return journey, Jack found himself getting very, very bored. And he was looking at the back of the neck of the golden eagle. And he saw there, on the back of the neck of the golden eagle, a beautiful, beautiful golden feather. And he thought to himself, that golden feather would look very nice in my hat. I think I'll have it. So he put one hand around the golden feather, and he took another hand and he put it around the golden feather, and he pulled. Well, the moment the golden feather came out of the back of the golden eagle, it completely disappeared.
So we just want to get down as many of those sort of character traits and attributes that you think Jack had in the story. If you want to shout out any sort of characteristics or traits that you saw from the story of Jack. Relaxed. There was a relaxation to him, yes.
Self-assured.
Self-assured. Lucky. Plucky and lucky. The double whammy. Positive, yeah. Adventurous. Apathy. Apathy.
Apathy or apathetic.
Or apathetic, yeah.
Impulsive. Fatalistic.
Easygoing.
Stupid. There is definitely a hint of stupidity about him.
So Jack is relaxed, he's positive, he's slovenly, he's self-assured, he's adventurous, he's apathetical, or he just doesn't care. He's plucky, he's up for it, he's ready, he's naive, he's lucky, he's resourceful, he's stupid, he's easygoing, and he's important.
Lazy.
And he's lazy, yeah, very important. Yeah. Any others?
What I would like you to do, and it'd be good if there was just one scriber and the rest of the people were thinking, can you write down the words that you think best describe the character or the attributes of the Germanic people, the Bulgarian people, the Icelandic people, the Irish people? Now, just to be clear, it's not from an outsider's perspective. So this is about you looking inwards and thinking, these are the attributes that we think make up our national character. Okay?
Blond und groß, oder?
Auto besessen.
Slow fair job. Like hardly any of them has money, much money. But they wouldn't take a penny.
Nepotistic.
But at the same time in Ireland there's an awful lot of honest. Just a Polish carpenter, blah blah blah. Honest.
Det är såna spontant.
Job number 2. Look at your list and think of, if you had to put all those attributes to one side and just pick out the one attribute that you think is fundamental, take that attribute, build us a statue, just like we have this morning. One of you in the group, be the clay.
Icelandic nationality. It didn't take long to get the image in our head. We had lots of words.
The Icelanders are all kings, but at the same time very willing to give and
She's
share.
strong. She is proud, patriotic.
The word we picked and we tried to show is hospitality. We are curious. That's also some part of the hospitality. We are creative and we are traditional. We know that the world knows a little about us.
We love cars, we like to hike, we like to go by bike, we are sportive, we are good cooks.
Sociable.
Industrious.
We like parties.
Traditional, honest.
We have good beer, we have great philosophers.
And a sense of humour.
One day Panethia heard of a land across the seas that was coloured grey, and having discovered anew the colours within her own heart and within her own land, this made Panethia very sad, and she was determined to cross the seas and deliver herself to the land of grey. Panethia arrived in the land of grey in her beautiful colours. But now Panethia was a very wise and insightful woman, and she realised if she was to pass through the land without causing too much of a stir, she would have to blend in. And so she covered herself in a veil of grey. In fact, the legend said that there had to be 55 shades of grey in this land, or the ghost would come across the sea and take the children away. The people of the land of grey, in their 55 shades of grey, would walk around with their eyes downcast, their hearts closed, shuffling down the grey paths to the grey houses to speak to their grey friends. But there was one place in this land of grey when things were different. Down by the ocean, in a secret place, was the sacred windbreaker. And here, the people of the land in grey were able to reveal their true colours, their true emotions to each other, away from the dark, grey gaze of the begrudger.
Augum lín og augun þín, ó þá fögru steina, þitt mitt og mitt þitt, þú veist hvað ég meina.
Panethia is saddened when she arrives back in her own land, because as she looks around she sees ghost estates with no one living there, pollution, destruction of forests, and birds falling, dying from the sky, and an overuse of all the resources. She's greatly saddened by this.
A story of a girl who had listened to her own stories and stepped out into the world and filled it with colour from her heart. And from that day, she became a woman. And that is the end
of that